Angel King took him to the brink, right? It was 3-0, 3-0 afterwards. That could have been, like we said, the grand finals. If NL does the 3-0 against Leshar, and then the potential, like, again, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, the power of friendship is too powerful. The 6-0 against Chris Wong, I don't know what to say. Like, that was grand finals. We saw it earlier. Like, like this has been one of the best runs I've seen from a player. One of the best adjustments from yesterday, and NL is the player that can do it. But we have another wall in the way, another obstacle. Leshar has other ideas. Wants the run back, obviously, against Chris Wong after that incredibly close set. You know, simple decisions away from really closing it out and be on the winner's side. But NL he's a freight train right now. I don't know how you're going to stop the train to Memphis right now. The train from from East Asia all the way to Memphis. It goes underwater, through the air, who knows? But we are not sighing on the air to caution. Losers finals begins for Asia East. Let's see how it goes.
And Chris Wong and both NL play Luke, right? So Leshar's kind of warmed up in the matchup, but that could be a gift and a curse, right? You might be expecting some other decisions because you just played somebody on the same character, and NL might not be the person that's making those same decisions as Chris Wong. So let's see how it plays out.
NL definitely lets the DPs rip like there is no tomorrow, because there is no tomorrow in this tournament. You only have today.
Exactly. There's no second online premiere for Asia East. You are relegated to the World Warriors, and NL has been so on point with that all day.
Now the runs in a little bit too much. The dash gets absolutely checked. Not enough to kill in the tank, though. And challenging back. Yep, huge counter hit. Now this is where it really gets scary. Does Leshar want to try to bust out with the super? First drive rush goes off scot-free. And you get another jump.
Oh my goodness, triple jump in a row, and NL makes him pay for it dearly. Looking for that last bit of chip, tries it with the OD, does sneak in the crouch medium punch counter hit. That was a scary bet at the end, but he closed it out.
Yeah, and NL was put on the back burner, but Leshar being in burnout was the big turning point there. And we always say that if you're not going to be able to win the next situation, being in burnout might be your own demise. And NL getting that first round clean at the very end. Oh, wonderful whip punish. A little bit too far of a reach and sending the level 2 early.
Yeah, I don't blame them, right? The Lukes have a lot of faith in their forward advancing buttons, but against Chun-Li, you got to respect that crouch medium kick space.
Yep, nice. Anti-air right there. Oh, comes out again, and yep, still gets the punish recover in time no matter what.
Yeah, lots of landing recovery on that air flash knuckle.
Yeah, I like the idea, though. And again, we saw this deficit before. It was a little bit easier last time, but not out of the woods just yet. Oh no, it begins.
And now finding the dash timing behind one of the recovery normals, then throws the parry attempt. Back dash, escapes the throw for now, but not for long.
The back throw incident started a little bit earlier. Big counter hit, but the anti-air up kicks comes through. Doesn't get the most damage. Double whiff on the throw. That was a Street Fighter moment if I've ever seen one.
I was going to say, you know, 5 wasn't the only game with plus on whiff throws.
Playing it a little bit slower here. And again, nothing slow about that. NL checking almost every single fireball with the level 1. I love seeing it, man.
And I love it, too, because when you have that life lead as Luke, right, it just makes the opponent come to you. It relieves that drive rush pressure. Oh, my goodness. And just right every time on offense. Double drive rush cancel. Builds to the level 3. Let's go to game 2.
NL closing it out. So getting with a perfect right there as well. All starting from the level 1. Making Leshar feel uneasy. And it made it look so easy for NL. First game in the bag. Yeah, getting ready for the next body.
Once you get that life lead as Luke, you don't feel as pressured to make something happen with the drive rush cancels. You can kind of play a little bit more conservative with your drive rush meter and have it to cash out in big moments like that.
Yeah, it's that same kind of feeling where Guile gets an advantage, right? It's you have to approach him. And once that happens, it is rough stuff. But the anti-air on deck, and there it is. Get knocked down once. And all reliable, all faithful.
Yeah, NL has been so on point with these wake-up ODs, man. Oh, and then catching the fireball starter, but it looked like either way. Let's drag it to the corner. Yeah, he just takes the flash knuckle knockdown with that low drive meter, right? He doesn't want to overextend. Oh, speaking of overextension, Leshar having a little bit too much faith in the range on the Chun-Li normals.
Yeah, and making the most of the meter right there. NL getting the game for 1 bar. Around for 1 bar. And immediately getting checked. Oh, these counter hits. Everything's coming up NL right now.
Yeah, the crouch jab catching Leshar's counter poke attempt.
Yeah, Leshar looks lost. No punish right there. Didn't press in time. A little scary, but the counter hit again. The range of the stand fear so dang good.
Dumped in the face.
Oh, no.
Caught him like Strickland caught Insania, bruh. NL going to be going up 2-0 just like that.
Dude, he has not lost a game since fighting Oil King, and he's making it look like it's a day in the office. He's like, I'm right back in gold. I'm getting Luke to master. Let's see how far we can do it for the YouTube video.
Scary. That's 8 games straight, to your point.
That is, and that's not easy.
Oh, that's 9 games straight technically, right? Because he did win the last game in the Oil King NL set. So.
9 games in a row. NL is activated. Every check looks so good. Doesn't have level 1 to beat the fireball this time, but imagine if he did, and he escaped.
Yeah, that's what he was looking for last time, right? That he would commit to the up kicks on the air flash knuckle.
Yeah, no punish though. Not enough time to recover, but getting out of the corner was the most important part. Nice.
Oh, catches her flinching.
But the drop and no punish, Leshar is hesitating on everything.
Yeah, you could tell. He's a little bit discouraged right now, being at a 2-0 deficit. Got to compose yourself, though, but that could be the experience factor, right? That's the difference between somebody like NL and Leshar. NL finds himself down, never out with it, though.
That's a champion right there. And again, not afraid. First knockdown, I will always bust out. Leshar has not shown a different look. And NL just continues to present it.
Oh, caught him trying to walk back on these light strings.
Again, still a one-touch game. Not in burnout just yet. Maybe go for a cheeky drive impact. What's it going to be in the wake of beast mode? But it's a safe jump.
Yeah. Big safe jump right there. That was a bit ambitious. Maybe he was hoping that he would go for an empty jump button.
Yeah.
Something like that. Try to switch it up.
We've seen the empty jump throw come out a lot, too, to beat out the parry from the side of Leshar. So, I mean, maybe just anticipating that. It would have been the round. So, I like the idea. Can't get them all.
All right, Leshar, yeah. Don't go quietly into the night, fam. Catches the L. He's trying to wiggle with buttons after establishing the ODDPs beforehand, right? Still not going to let him do it, though.
Oh, the deepest crosscut. Love to see that. This counter hit is going to end the 9-game win streak from NL. We got one on the board. Leshar says he can bleed.
Yeah, Leshar didn't take his foot off the gas, right? He was like, I don't care if you're waking up with ODDP after ODDP. Stayed with the meaties, caught him both times right there. First, waking up with buttons. Second time, caught him reacting to the hesitation with the little flip kick. Great stuff.
Yeah, that was beautiful to watch. And we're taking a second here from NL. I mean, after losing that game after 9 in a row, I mean, taking a second to think, they're like, okay, how am I going to shut down Leshar? Obviously doesn't want to go to the 2-2. And I think the thing that really overcame him there is that Leshar started pushing the initiative, right? So NL didn't get the same kind of control. The crouching medium punches weren't connecting the way he wanted. The jumps kept getting answered. So let's see how he can adjust here. And again, the level 1s weren't coming out on the punish for the fireball. So reactions weren't all there. And there's the checks we were expecting. Punish counter after the counter hit too. Now we're back to the corner.
Yeah, when you win 9 games in a row, right, sometimes it just feels like you can do no wrong. And I like NL kind of checking himself, not letting him just surrender to the emotions of the moment, like taking some time to breathe and analyze. But right there, Leshar making his way through the projectile, jumping out of the driver's jab pressure as well, trying to catch him reaching with the drive impact.
Burnout too, tried to parry it, but goes straight to burnout. But the same thing can be said for NL, backing up, wanting to get a little bit of that gauge back, and then engaging once he almost got the 1 brick. Let's see, so cautious with the Zanchu, and you can't do anything after that, so you're locked down again. Burnout imminent. Air to air, not coming out, not in time. The burnout's over.
Yeah, Leshar has weathered the storm at this point, and now you know he wants NL's burnout. Oh, catches him from the long distance on the crouch medium kick. Has him in the corner, nice block in the overhead. Still Chun-Li's turn, but gives up the pressure a little bit. Not aware of the spacing. Caught, committing to the up kicks on the air flash knuckle.
That's it.
NL level 2 to close the door on this round and put himself at set point.
Yeah, and that was so dang good again. Going back to the well, NL with the air flash knuckle to escape. Actually gets the punish this time on the air up kicks. Leshar now in a set point situation. Got to figure out how to clutch it out against NL.
So back against the wall. There's literally no more safety net. You cannot drop around in this game. Or it's to the World Warrior events with you.
Yeah, the unstoppable Demon King, the Allen block, gets a huge punish here. Cashing out on the level 2 early. Just wants to get a little bit more screen position and damage on the board. I love that. Oh, there we go.
Baited it out. Showed him the drive rush. Knew he wouldn't be able to resist. I thought he was going to let it rip again, to be honest.
I felt it in my bones, but it did not come out. And the chase down. Huge stuff. Back throw instant beginning.
Super smart from NL going with the back throw there. Gets counter hit, so at least it wasn't during the punish recovery, so he doesn't get crumpled.
Yeah, that would have been lights out. Let's see, about to burn out on the side of Leshar, too. Has the level 2 on deck, so can choose. Nah, there it is! And that is not burnout just yet, but you cannot block anything. Goes for the OD to try to take the turn, and the full quadruple dash!
Dang, time that one. The NFL Combine's over, but I want to get the 40-yard timing on that Chun-Li.
That was a 60-yard touchdown right there.
Holy.
Running back potential. She's joining the big leagues. The paycheck is going to be massive. $1 million contract, I heard, for one game.
Oh, what do you know?
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Well, respecting it there, but again gets caught trying to take their turn on the light string. Tough from Leshar here.
And now Leshar a little bit more hesitant to throw the fireball, especially after we've seen the level 1 punish. Slowly walking out, NL. Finding a way. Oh, no punish. That was the opportunity. And the punish counter on the jump in. Normal did not have the right button to approach, especially with the walk forward from Leshar. Now we're getting closer to the corner once again.
So yeah, and if NL didn't press the button on that jump out, he could have blocked on the landing recovery there. Yep. But again, the players still not looking for it too much. But
too far. No punish.
It was tough to get a punish even with the drive rush.
Yeah, too far for both sides. So it definitely worked out. Now it's just even meter. We'll see how it goes. And I like that adjustment from Leshar. Trying to get the DP there. You see that? But didn't get the OD this time. Is this a kill?
With the level 1 at the end, Leshar ties up the set.
2-2.
And it looked like he was about to run away with it. Get his berth in grand finals without anybody stopping him. But Leshar has put his foot down here, has forced the final game.
Yeah, this is looking so close for both sides. And I love that Leshar is making this comeback, making it competitive. This happened in Winterside too.
Exactly.
The same story. I've seen this American before. Oh no.
Zanchu actually fortunate timing, catches the crouch medium punch. Oh, good block of the overhead. Still Chun-Li's turn though, even throws the buttons. NL tired of it.
Yep, back to the OD DP. Busting out, anti-air, ready and on deck. NL not finding these jump-ins anymore.
Again, NL flinching after that first light. Got caught low, but the drive rush to put her back into the corner here. Needs to make something happen during this burnout, or at least prevent something from happening to him.
Yeah, and I love that backdash the entire way. Checks the Zanchu.
Oh, yeah.
So dang smart. Gonna level 1 to get the space and mostly the damage as well. Goes for the extra follow-up off the knuckle. After the sandblast. My apologies, it goes straight through. Back to it again. Set point once again. NL pushing Leshar to the brink.
He knew the damage, right? He was like, I just need to hit this and a whip punish. That is a great way to start this round.
Oh, and the instant air legs.
Kid just staying ducking so he gets the landing recovery punish.
The mightiest of the ducks. Let's see how this goes. Another throw. You're running out of time, Leshar. You're running out of options. Instant air legs does it this time. Do you critical art? Yes, you do. You need everything on the table right now. It's not even going to give you a life lead. All it does is gives you a chance.
Yeah, at least drains a whole lot of drive meter from Luke. Oh, that was so scary, bro. I don't know what side he had to block that on. I don't want to know.
Dude, he hit him with the
level 1 again. Nah. As soon as you show the fireball, NL was just scheming, plotting from the shadows, and then walks up and throws you in the garbage. Way to get into grand finals.
That was incredible. Only able to really avoid the level 1 punish once because the walk back distance was just enough. But Leshar had to keep trying to represent that option, had to put it on the table because it's up to NL, and NL just had the reaction almost every single time. It was beautiful, but Leshar made it the most competitive it could have been, really pushing him to the brink because NL looked in control, was about to get 10 games in a row. But now he's back to 1. And now he can get 7 in a row.
2 heartbreaking losses for Leshar, though, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Same way in winners finals and losers finals. Down 2-0 to the relative Luke players, only to bring it back, force a final game, and just barely drop the set. Yeah. Definitely unfortunate for him, but you could see why he's one of the shining stars of this region. While a lot of people had him favored to go very far, got 3rd place at this one. Watch out for him at the World Warrior events in Korea. He is going to be one that's in the end results for sure.
Yeah, and I love that. That quadruple dash was the biggest brain thing I have seen a player do tonight. I feel like that was, I'm committing, and this is all I got in the tank because it's do or die now, and it brought it down to that game 5. And that check on the Zanchu,
was so good.
That is some matchup knowledge if I've ever seen it. And that duck under was, I feel like that was a huge turning point because he needed it. And again, the level 1's just so consistent.
And the way this ends right here, I love it so much because a lot of the time when players are on their last leg, when they know they don't have any health to spare or anything like that, the whiff buttons, they become a lot more holstered, right?
Yeah.
You don't see players whiffing or trying to fish for certain buttons like that. It's something that I saw Kabe do a lot at the latest World Warrior for Japan with the Ken. Once you get into that space where you know the opponent is respecting your normal range, the walk-up throw becomes so potent. So beautiful stuff for NL to recognize that, a very veteran and experienced move. He is in grand finals, starting from top 8 losers side, dropping down to losers from that first top 16 winners match, and he is here at grand finals nonetheless.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, when you're pressed for health, you cannot press your buttons as liberally as you want to, and that throw came in so good, and it felt like an anticlimactic finish, but NL knew that Leshar really couldn't press much of anything, especially with how on point the punishes have been from the level 1s, the ODDPs, just about everything. And just about everything has led to this from the loser